A pleasant day, grade 4. It's English time once again. I know you are all excited with our new lesson. Have fun! I am Ma'am Abby, your English teacher. Today, we're going to tackle a new lesson, and it is all about identifying the features of journalistic writing. Let's study the following pictures. What do you think are these? Who do you think are using these things? Yes, you're right. They are paper and pen, camera, microphone, and voice recorder. They are being used by reporters or journalists. Is it important for people to be updated with what's happening around them? Yes, it is important so that we are aware of the latest news. Let's talk about journalism. Journalism is gathering and presenting news stories. It is also the act of writing about news-related subjects for all mediums, print or non-print. It is the complicated process of taking information and sifting through it, editing information, and giving its context. How about what is a journalist? A journalist is a person who works in journalism to report the news. He or she is involved in the selection and presentation of what he or she considers to be noteworthy and in meeting the standard of honesty in reporting. Journalistic writing. It is a style of writing used to report news stories in newspapers, television broadcasts, on radio, and on internet. Unlike other styles of writing which can be flexible and casual, the characteristics of journalistic writings are easy to spot. For instance, if you open the book to a chapter and set it to a newspaper article, you would probably notice that unlike the book, the article is written in short sentences and paragraphs and quickly gets to the point. Now, let us study the features of journalistic writing. Number 1. Headlines. The bold page headings that summarizes the story. It should have a few words to sum up the story. It should be catchy. It should be used powerful and full of emotion language, and it should be written in the present tense. Here is an example on how to write a headline. COVID-19, how to defeat it. Next is bylines. It identifies the writer of the article. It should include the writer's name, the writer's title or role, for example, feature writer or sports writer, and the writer's email address or social media account name. Example, reported by Marikit S. Talumpati, feature writer. Facts. The writer must answer the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, and why for the data to be written in the article. It should include the introduction, more information on the story and sum up what is going to be about, and subheading to help the reader clearly understand the information on the story. Here is the example. Photos and captions. It includes images that are related to the story. These help describe what the writer is talking about. Photos are real pictures taken from the story, and captions are the important information that tell about the photos. Here's an example on how you're going to see the photos and captions in the newspaper. Words in columns. Columns text placed side by side. Paragraphs should be organized in newspapers to help the reader follow the story. Textual features. A news story should contain accurate factual information relating to the story written. It should also contain quotations and direct speech from the experts to make it more reliable. It should also contain expert opinion from reliable source, and important dates related to the story. It should be in chronological order. It must avoid presumptions or generalizations. Must not be biased. It must be interesting, significant, and relevant. Usually, words are in the past tense. We should use language to describe, such as adjectives or adverbs. It should be written in third person, like he, she, it, and they. Front loading. It is a concept used when drafting reports. This ensures that all the key information are included to prevent the readers to lose their interest in reading the article. The lead, which is the first paragraph of a news story, should include the point of the story or the major facts right away. Conclusion. It is a summary or recap of the main points or suggest possible predictions. Now, let's have a practice. Identify the features of a journalistic writing. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. The bold page heading that summarizes the story. A. Conclusion. B. Textual features. C. Headline. Or D. Byline. What's your answer? Fantastic! You are correct. The answer is headline. Number 2. It identifies the writer of the article. A. Byline. B. Headline. C. Captions. Or D. Columns. You are right. The answer is byline. Number 3. The summary or recap of the main points or suggest possible predictions. A. Front-loading. B. Conclusion. C. Column. Or D. Headline. Do we have the same answer? That's nice. The answer is conclusion. Number 4. These help describe what the writer is talking about. A. Headlines. B. Bylines. C. Photos and caption. Or D. Columns. Correct. The answer is photos and caption. Last, a concept used when drafting reports. A. Headline. B. Front-loading. C. Byline. Or D. Conclusion. Very good. The answer is front-loading. Congratulations! It seems that you really understand our lesson for today. Now, let's have a recap. Journalistic writing is a style of writing that is used to report news stories in a range of media formats. Its characteristics are simplicity and brevity, precision, objectivity and factual, fairness and balance, and it should be in the inverted pyramid. Its structure: the headline should catch the reader's attention, the introduction must be short, and the conclusion gives the summary of the story. The language features should be written in the past tense, written in third person, and it should be in chronological order. It should have pictures and captions and with quotes from people involved in the story. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye!